all my college football friends out there, welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Welcome. My friends, let's get right into this. We have a SEC championship matchup. What a game this should be. 11-1 Alabama, 8-0 in the SEC West, taking on undefeated Georgia Bulldogs, a perfect 12-0, ranked #1 in the country, and 8-0 in the SEC East. My friends, I welcome you all to today's video, and what a video it is going to be. Without a doubt, the two best teams in the SEC. Let's be honest, okay? Again, Bama, coached by none other than Nick Saban, and Georgia, coached by Dynamite. What more can you say about Coach Kirby Smart? A phenomenal job Coach Smart has done since he's been at Georgia so far. And my friends, what more can you say? Now, when you break these two teams down, Kirby Smart has faced Georgia 5 times as the head coach for the Georgia Bulldogs. Stemming back, the first time they faced off was 2017 in the national championship game, where the Alabama Crimson Tide won in overtime 26-23. Just a year later, 2018 SEC championship, Bama also took that 35-28. In 2020, they faced off in the regular season. Bama won that game 41-24. In 2021, another SEC championship showdown. Bama won it again 41-24. But the Georgia Bulldogs and Coach Kirby Smart got sweet revenge the same year in the 2021 college football championship game, defeating Alabama 33-18. So, my friends, you know, when you stop and look at it, Bama had a 4-game win streak against Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs, but Coach Smart broke that streak, winning his first national championship in 2021. You know, you break these two teams down, they're both very similar. We have the Georgia Bulldogs offense coming in very potent, averaging 40 points a game, 8th in the country on offense. On defense, the Georgia Dogs giving up 16 points a game, and that is good to be ranked 6th in the country on defense. So not bad at all. On the flip side, you have Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. They are coming in 36 points per game on offense, and on defense, they're yielding 18 points a game. When you stop and look at both of these QBs, you know, for the Georgia Bulldogs, I'll start with them first. What more can you say? Carson Beck. You know I've been really speaking highly of this young man the whole year, but he deserves it. He's completing 72% of his passes for 3,500 yards, 22 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, and tack on 3 rushing touchdowns. When you look at that potent ground game, Dejon Edwards, 780 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns, and Kendall Milton, 644 yards on the ground, 10 touchdowns, a very impressive 6.5 yard per carry average for Kendall Milton. And what a game he had the other night against arch rival Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, defeating them 31-23. When you look at the receiving corps, Brock Bowers leads the team, 51 receptions, 661 yards, 6 touchdown grabs. Dominic Lovett, second on the team with 49 grabs, 552 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. Marcus Rosemy-Jackson, 29 grabs, 472 yards, and 4 touchdown grabs. When you look at Alabama Crimson Tide offense, they are led by Jalen Milroe. Jalen's completing 66% of his passes for 2,500 yards, 21 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, but my friends, what jumps out at me, 12 rushing touchdowns. I tell you what, Jalen Milroe has really turned a lot of heads in this 2023 college football campaign. I know we had a lot of doubters out there thinking that he would not be able to get Alabama to where they are right now. But I got to hand it to Milroe. He's done a nice job. And when you stop and look at this young man, he has accounted for 33 of Alabama's touchdowns. 21 through the air and 12 rushing touchdowns. On the ground, what more can you say? Jace McClellan, 803 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. My friends, you know, when you stop and look at this, you know, this is going to be a dynamite of an SEC championship game between Georgia and Alabama. A dynamite game. Jalen, when you stop and look at Jalen Milroe, his favorite receivers are Isaiah Bond. 39 grabs, 592 yards receiving, and 4 touchdowns. And Jermaine Burton, 33 grabs on the year, 749 yards receiving, and 7 touchdowns. So, my friends, you know, if you're going to throw in Amari Niblack, 18 grabs, 304 yards receiving, and 4 touchdowns. So, my friends, Jalen Milroe, what I like about him, very similar to Carson Beck, is that he spreads the ball around, okay? As you can see, he just doesn't focus on one specific target. He tries to involve all of those very good receivers for Alabama. Now when you look over at Alabama's very good defense, and let's be honest, they do have a good defense. They have 12 team interceptions this year. 12. Wow. And what more can you say? 5 of them are from Teron Arnold. 5 picks. As a team, 38 team sacks. So, my friends, you know, you look at Alabama. Now, they had a nice win in the Iron Bowl, defeating Auburn Tigers 27-24. They pulled that out in the last minute of the game. But what a pass it was that Milroe threw to end up the winning pass for Nick Saban and Alabama to go on to defeat the Auburn Tigers 27-24. You know, like I said, you break this down. I said in the beginning of college football that Nick Saban had something to prove to all of his skeptics, okay? When you stop and look at this, Nick Saban was pissed that they ended up overlooking him last year. He thought he was the top 4 teams. Obviously, he had 2 losses last year, so no, they were not going to pick him. But again, he had an axe to grind big time with the college football panel committee, without a doubt. So right now, Coach Nick Saban, he's coaching with a chip on his shoulder, and the players are playing exactly like that. Now when you look on the Georgia DAWGS defense, again, only giving up 16 points per game, and their defense ranked 6th in the country. So this is a good defense, my friends. Their team interceptions, 11 team interceptions, but their total sacks a little down from last year. Actually, a lot down from last year. They have 26 sacks on the year. They are led by Dumas Johnson and Mikael Williams. Both of them lead the team with 3.5 sacks each. Let's not forget Tyke Smith leads the team, 63 tackles on the year, and leads the team with 7.5 tackles for loss. You know, when you mention this, it even gets better. We're talking about Mondon Jr., 60 tackles, Javon Bullard, 50 tackles, and Malachi Starks. You know, he has really lived up to all of his fantastic rating this season, 43 tackles on the year for Malachi Stark. So, my friends, you break this down. To me, it's going to be a whale of a ball game. Offensively, I'm going to have to give the nod to the Georgia Bulldogs. I truly do. Coach Mike Bobo really impressed me with his play calling against Georgia Tech. This was a Georgia Bulldogs team that in the beginning of the year, a lot of people didn't know how their offense was going to click because of the new OC, Mike Bobo. But I got to tell you, Mike Bobo has lived up to everything that he promised the Georgia Dogs fans this year. And that was obviously an undefeated season, which they are, 12-0, and a berth for the SEC championship against the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, my hat's off to Mike Bobo. He is a very creative offensive coordinator. He knows that he must get the special skill set players involved in each and every game. And he's doing just that. Tremendous job. When you mention Dylan Bell, what a phenomenal receiver he is. He can throw the football. He can receive the football. And Mike Bobo has him rushing the football from time to time. So, I really like the game plan of Coach Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo putting their heads together to bring out the most in this Georgia Bulldogs football team. My friends, what more can I have to say about this? It is going to be an epic showdown, like I mentioned, between the two best teams in the SEC. 12-0 Georgia Bulldogs taking on 11-1 Alabama Crimson Tide. My friends, if you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Please smash that subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click on the like button. And most of all, please comment down below. I would love to read your comments about this matchup. And once again, to all of my Georgia Bulldogs friends out there, and you know who you are, thank you so much for all those kind words about the Buckeyes. I knew you were pulling for them against the team up north. Unfortunately, we came up a little shy, but guess what? There's always next year. Like always, peace out. God bless. That's all Buckeye Vinny has for today. I'm out of here.